Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on our channel Collect 4. Thank you again to everyone that has subscribed, liked, commented, whatever it is. It is a brand new channel. It's going to take a long time for us to build it up, but we're fully here for the long term and to continue bringing out content for you guys. It'll be a mixture of how-to videos, teaching you guys how to basically make money, essentially is the way we do things here. Also, these sort of videos of us being at car boot sales, charity shops, whatever it is. But also videos like this one, which is us basically telling you how we've gone this week and sort of what we've made, the things that we maybe have sold from the video you would have seen with the car boot sales stuff, and go from there basically. And I guess just an update. I think once a week we want to try and do this maybe on a Friday and sort of just run through everything that we've made basically. That's the best way of doing it. So our total made for this week is about £500, just short of £500. Now that is across our Collect 4, which is our Funko Pops, which has just been standard Funko Pops being sold. The Garms, which have had a massive revamp this week, which I'll talk about in a second. And Shinami, which has been unbelievable. A couple of these shoes that you guys saw us buy earlier in the week, we've already sold. So we'll talk about in detail. I've got sort of written down the things that I want to talk about in general. We're going to talk about Fuzzy Garms first. And Fuzzy Garms was a business we set up a long time ago, but if we're being entirely honest, it got neglected. I stepped away while I was busy setting up other bits and bobs businesses, running the football club I own, all that sort of stuff. So I stepped back massively from it, and it was a mistake because it didn't get looked after at all. So Sean and I have it back under our control now, and Sean has been absolutely hammering it all week, massively hammering it. There's a pile of clothes here that you can't see that's all being sent, sold, whatever. And yeah, we made a lot of money from that. I'm going to bring up on screen now the sales we've had on Depop and Vintage. You'll see them both on screen. And they add up. It might be a £5 or £10 sale here and there, but we get 20, 30, 40 of those. Suddenly it adds up very, very quickly into a very decent amount of money. The Garms, I'm not going to lie to you, they are more work. They tend to be like, sometimes it's one piece of clothing you're just putting into a bag and sending. Other times, though, it can be 3, 4, 5 things. And sometimes if someone buys something from us, we'll say, hey, we've also got this. How about you buy that too? And it does work really, really well. But the Garms has done really, really well. We haven't sold masses yet, but if you remember earlier in the week at the Car Boot, so we picked up a Dolce & Gabbana hoodie. Absolutely beautiful hoodie. We have taken that off to get it repaired. It cost a £5 for the stitching to be done. So that Dolce & Gabbana hoodie has cost us 20 quid basically. And we've listed it up for 19. We think we'll see a sale quite quickly. Already had an offer for 80, which we've turned down. I think 90 is a very, very good price for it. If we have to go down to 80, I'm fine on that. But that beautiful hoodie, I'm in love with it. If it was my size, we might not be selling it. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it's a beautiful hoodie, and we're holding on to it. Something else I want to show you. If you remember in that last video, I showed you guys this awesome Nike holder. I love this thing. Awesome, awesome Nike holder. And the inside was so dirty. Harrison has done an unbelievable job on it. An unbelievable job. It ain't perfect. It still has its flaws. It still has its issues. It still smells like hairdresser. It smells like hairdresser for certain. But this is such a beautiful, beautiful holder. And this will be going on there very, very soon. And we're going to bring out a few videos on like how to get stuff cleaned up and what to do so you guys can see it. But that's the Garms. It's done really well. I won't bother with Collect 4 today. I'm not going to lie to you. We've sold quite a few bits, but just standard pops. But let's talk about Shinami. Shinami was something we set up because we saw a gap in the market for us personally. We weren't buying shoes that we knew had value to sell on. And it has done brilliantly well for us. So we set ourselves targets each month. We've already smashed through that target on Shinami as it is. We're not even halfway through the month yet. Earlier in the week, we had the car boot sale video and we bought a pair of Converse, if you remember, for like 3 quid, I think it was. I think 3 quid. We sold those for £17. We have 2 pairs of Vapor Max that we bought off of Vinted maybe 2 weeks ago. We bought them off Vinted and we listed them onto eBay. Someone's come along and bought both pairs from us. We paid a total, I believe, 25 quid for the 2 pairs. We sold them on for about 90, just short of 90 for the 2 pairs, which is an absolutely brilliant result for us, I guess, is the best way of putting it. But the big sale was the Jordans we saw earlier in the week. We paid 15 quid for these Jordans. And we got rid of all the creases on the shoes. Again, you'll see videos on how to get rid of creases and how to make things look newer and refresh them. But the Jordans, which will come up on your screen now, we paid 15 quid for them and we've sold them for £70. We sold them in a couple of days. We listed them low for 2 reasons. The first reason is were a size 4.5. And so we were happy to sell them a little bit cheaper. And the second reason is we're just getting all these businesses cycling. So really the most important thing for us right now is cash flow. So making sure money's coming in and going out and coming in and going out and continually cycling, what that allows you to do is continually build up your stock, your inventory, to have as many things as possible there. Eventually it gets to the point where you've got hundreds of things selling, and each day then you've got 20, 30, 40 sales being done, and you can just keep sending stuff, relisting stuff, buying stuff, sending stuff, relisting stuff, buying stuff, and it becomes a beautiful circle of money making, and it's really, really good. Those Jordans were gorgeous. They were beautiful, beautiful Jordans. They were on StockX for between 120 and 190. We could have got more for them, but we made the decision that we were happy to take less on them if it meant that we could go and reinvest it. And so the way that I saw it, we could hold out for 90 quid for those, for example, and wait 2 or 3 weeks for it. Or we can take the £70 we got for them and then reinvest that quite quickly into maybe 4 or 5 other pairs of shoes that we can then relist up for a lot more. If that makes sense, for a lot more. We can list them up and get ourselves maybe £40 a pair. So we'd see more money in the long term rather than the short term. And sometimes I think people do tend to lose sight on that. But across the businesses, Shinami last week I think made us £260. Collect 4 made us £110, which was good, but nowhere near the level we wanted it to be. But we've had issues with eBay. And the Garms, as of now, is about £175. Now that's the total we've made. Profit on that's probably about 400 quid. It's not far off that, probably a little bit more. We had a couple of things sell just before I went live, but I've not added those into the total yet. Now, the way that I see this is me and Sean work together, so we split any profits and stuff like that. So for us, it's a money maker on top of what we do elsewhere. For someone like you, for one of you guys, yes, it's going to be hard to put in those sort of numbers by yourself, but if you are willing to put the work in and the time in, there's no reason why you can't make this a very good side hustle or a job. All you've got to do is know what you're doing, know what you're buying, know what you're doing. Remember the story earlier in the week where I refused to buy golf clubs last weekend that were great profit because I know nothing about them? That's what it's all about. If you want to get involved, look at vintage, check what sells, what it sells for, message people, see what's going on, and that's the way to learn. But that's an update for you guys about what we've made this week, about £500 like I say, a bit more than that in fact. We'll see you guys next probably on Saturday or Sunday. Sunday we're definitely going to be off to a car boot sale or a charity shop hunt with one of the two. We're not sure which one yet, but we'll let you know, so you'll see that. If you're new around here though, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, we're out. Peace out. We'll speak to you soon.